Hello and good morning, stock traders. Welcome back to Stock Traders Talk Radio. I'm your host, Stock Sumo. Let's get ready to rock as we look through the markets and see what's hot. So open up your charts, turn on those scanners, and fire up your trading accounts. Joining us on today's show is the man from the Honolulu Islands, Hawaii, Cifikea.
Oh, Aloha Stock Sumo, the Honolulu Islands, huh? Nice.
Yeah, I'm not too good with
You got to
geography,
get
and
your
I'm not.
ass out here, man, calling it the Honolulu Islands. I don't know. That's a good one.
Yeah, I
Good
just try
one,
to switch it
Sumo.
up. Try to go freestyle this morning. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not good with geography. I don't know that area too well, but like you said, I got to get out there to really know what's up.
Well, at least I think you're better off than me. I don't know anything about the mainland. I make myself look pretty stupid quite occasionally when I meet people from over there, and they ask me, "Oh, you know this, that." I'm just like, I don't even know that state.
Who cares? Not when it comes to knowing stocks. I mean, what do we got on the economic calendar? What do we got coming up? I know a lot of people are talking about the fiscal cliff.
God, I'm sick of hearing about that thing.
So what do you think? What do we have as far as key economic developments that is going to sway this market?
Well, you had a big rally in China overnight. They're taking some of the regulations off the investment communities, so you might see a little follow through. I think we could see a rally today, man. We'll
Good
see.
stuff.
Had
We got
economic data out today, ADP reports, this, that, and the futures are maintaining their gains. The ADP report did miss the expectations, but the commentaries of the numbers could have been higher. But you did have Superstorm Sandy affecting that. One thing I want to touch on right now is you got FCX Freeport McMorone. It's down on news that it's acquiring Plains Explorations and McRowan Explorations. So check that out, man. So that's MMR and PXP. You got your PPHM moving right up. You get
yeah. Let's
CIE,
let's
UEP.
talk about
Yeah,
let's
go.
talk about some of these pre-market movers. I got my scanner up here, and sure enough, PPHM is at the top of that list. We were talking about this one last week early last week when it was around 93 cents. I remember specifically bringing up the chart. And why don't we bring up that chart? Let's take a look exactly what this thing has done for us. And we were talking here pre-market before well, it is pre-market. We were talking before the show, and you said how it made a classic bounce off the 200-day moving average. Take a look at that chart. So we had this big run. Once it punched through that 200-day moving average, which is at a buck 16, it saw that next resistance level just shy of the 100-day moving average, which we were calling for. And there goes the pullback. And sure enough, boom, it held support off that 200-day moving average. And now we're seeing a nice bounce here pre-market. It's trading some pretty heavy volume here. Already 850,000 shares traded pre-market.
Yep. Yeah,
So
that's
that
what.
next
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
that next resistance that we're going to be looking at is that 100-day moving average then.
See, senor. Get through that. Maybe we actually do go fill that gap you were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
Gapper. We love them. We love gaps, and we love when we get 200 MA breaks to the upside or the downside. When it breaks to the upside, we like to see it pull back, retest it, load the boat, and rock it. Same to the downside. Breaks down, blow it. When it comes back up and retests it, get your short on. It gives you a great entry and a great spot to put a stop. Because if if you're going long and it breaks back below it, not good. And if you're going short and it breaks back above it, not good either. So we love that trade. We try to keep it simple. Moving average crossovers are our favorite.
Speaking of stocks that broke moving averages, we look for breakouts of the moving averages. I got a little beverage company that I want you to talk about. I think I know which one. I think you know which one it is.
Let me take a guess. BBDA.
Certainly.
Nice, loving that. I'm looking for a nice run on that thing today, man.
Well,
Grabbed some fives yesterday, and
we're
looking for.
definitely no stranger to this stock. We had the CEO on our show before. Wouldn't be surprised if we hear from him again sometime. You know, we always offer the open invitation to any of the guests that we have on our show. Uh, when was the last time we had that CEO interview with BBDA? It was I want to say it was in the beginning of the summer,
And we're off. Ding, 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 ding.
and the markets are off. Let's see what's hitting the scanner.
Looks like PPHM is up because they reached an agreement with the F. We don't have Haas here. I'm going to hit the news for you. Reached an agreement with the FDA on the design of a phase 3 trials of its Kotara treatment for the recurrent brain cancer. Kotara is a targeted therapy that delivers a high dose of radiation directly into the brain tumor while sparing radiation exposure to the healthy brain tissue. Nice. It's a good reason to be up 17%, huh?
Very nice. We're seeing a little bounce in some of the medical marijuana stocks. I noticed that yesterday. MJNA was up. CBIS is up this morning. MJNA is up 10% this morning.
The herb is up. The herb's got some news. That's Haas's favorite stock. I'm not a
Oh,
big fan of it anymore. I sold the living hell out of that thing. But
that's one I'm still stuck in myself.
my hold till cold friends, eh? Just talked about that 200 MA when it broke. It was time to get out ski. Come on, Sumo. Come on.
Well, I was on my honeymoon. I wasn't paying attention. I went on the boat cruise and the boat trip the day that the stock broke out to 007. I had every opportunity to sell it, but I wasn't at my computer had my finger on the trigger. Now, had I not been on the honeymoon and going for boat tours and getting mud baths at the spa and whatnot, I would have sold this thing in a
Hey,
second.
okay. You are excused. You had a good reason. Haas, on the other hand, he just loves holding.
Well, in the penny game, you definitely can't treat these things like a wife. You can't marry them. You can't fall in love. You just got to find them, friend them, and forget them. You got to pretend like it's MySpace, baby. This isn't, uh, you know, something you get attached to, these penny stocks. You just got to find them, find the ones that have the Momo, the Mojo, the volatile swings. Find your entry, think about your exit, and know that trade going into it. And that's what you're really good at, Siffy. You're able to have that discipline. You know, you probably got in that ERBB probably in the fours and told yourself, I'm going to get out in the 5 to 6 range. And that's probably what you did.
Well, actually, we bought it in the room. We alerted it as our room play at 5. As soon as we alerted it, between me, Haas, and you, we ran it up to 6. I'm sure there was a couple peeps that hopped in with us, and then the thing traded up to 7 the next day. And I had my stop moved up. I had the stop at 6. I got stopped out at 6, and the rest is history, man. I posted it in the room, stop at 6. Everybody makes their own trades. You buy, you sell, you do what you do, but I don't let any winners turn into losers. I'll tell you that much. That's rule number 1, and that's the key to trading: is have some friggin' rules for yourself and follow them. If not, you will become a statistic of just another bag holder that talks about it at a pool party about how they used to trade in Wall Street. Oh, I used to dabble in that bullshit. You hear it all the time. Easy come, easy go.
PPHM holding its gains. It opened at a high of $1.54, dipped to 141 where it found support. It's back to a buck 44 by a buck 45. Nice bid support at 142 and 143. Let's see if it holds here.
The herb 3.8 by 3.9. What's the news?
Let's take a look.
While you're doing that, I'll look over here at this chart real quick. This is a daily. You can see some of these indicators look pretty good here. That RSI, this is a daily 1 year. RSI is pointing in the right direction. I'd like to see that MACD get crossed back up. You can see that slow stow. At least it's crossed through over on the percentage D and it's moving north. It's at 30. Need to get that back above the 50. As for the actual chart, you can see what I was talking about there when we broke that 200 MA. This is actually where we wanted to be buyers on the 200 MA break. It comes through. It didn't hold. Now it's resistance. So it needs to get up through this 200 MA, and it looks like it's trying. Might have to get back on the herb.
Okay, let's take a peek at this news that they came out with this morning. Altitude Organic Corp in final negotiations with international organic fertilizer producer. So pretty interesting stuff there. Looks like they're going in the green direction with an organic fertilizer producer, teaming up with them. They're in their final negotiations, so we'll see what happens in the weeks ahead. Should expect to see probably some follow-up to this press release. Stocks holding in here. 3.8 by 3.9. You got one bidder at 3.8 for $340,000, and you have 237,000 on the ask. So pretty even level two, even on the bid and the ask side. KHGT running up the scanner, up another 40% today. This thing had a big move late last week and early into this week. KHGT last at 0464, just upticked 047 by 0494 now.
UBRG hit the scanner, just trying to cross through that 50 MA. Nice little bottoming formation on this thing if it can hold that 5.5. Looks pretty solid. Keep your eye on that one, UBRG. Is that on promotion?
I didn't see any promotions on UBRG. I did, however, just get an email on promotion for KHGT.
There's another one that just crossed the 50 MA. Like I was talking about, we love moving average crossovers, and these are based on dailies. This is SPBU. Check that one out. I'm not sure what's going on here, but
Of course, our favorite moving average crossover is when the 20 crosses that 200. Is that the best one?
no, you're thinking of the golden cross, the 50 through the 200, but we do love to see the 20 through the 50 on a long-term daily. You know, when you got your 20 running along and your 50, and next thing you know, that 20 crosses up. You can look back to any chart you want, and that's always the beginning of an uptrend. If it holds, of course, you know. Big smack just got hit on that SPBU. Have no idea what any of these things are, so we're just casting these off the scanner. Yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. Intel just had a $6 billion debt offering. Nice. Not a big Intel fan myself. What's it trading at? $19.95. Man, this thing was like $30 almost just April, May, June. Unreal. This thing's got a nice yield to it. At this level, it might be a good buy. At least you know they got $6 billion.
See what else we got on the big board scanner here. Pandora taking a little bit of a hit this morning, down 14%, last at $8.11. That's ticker symbol P as in P.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Earnings. Herb just got up through that 200 MA.
Okay, we like seeing it break the moving averages. Needs to hold above that now. That was the resistance there for the past week. Once it was support, once it broke below that, struggled in the low threes. Now it's trying to get back above it. Let's see if it can hold above that 200 DMA. RHCO, another stock on promotions this morning. Looks like it topped out. Let's see if it has a bounce. It's 071 by 083, up 37%. Let's see what else we got clacking on the old scanner. ECOS, Echo Clap, Ecolo Cap. ECOS is 009 by 0095, traded 1.1 million shares, up 40%.
Hey, remember the other day? Oh, no. Wrong ticker. Never mind. Check out Gunther Grant. What's the deal with this thing? Kind of reminds me of a Haas rounded bottom. GNGR. Let's hit the scanner. MJWL. Little quad city, quad 2, quad 3. Just crossed through its 50 MA on a daily. Keep your eye on that if it can move out of this 2-3. Again, know nothing about Magic Wheels Corporation. Just hitting the boom scanner.
AMBS had a big day yesterday, continuing its uptrend. Today, up 10%, last at 0319, traded 1.5 million shares.
Yeah, posted about that one in the room the other night after it had its run, I believe on Monday. And talked about how it had found its support on that 100 MA. All the indicators were looking ripe. And she did what she does. She's going higher. So what we'd like to see now is you got that 50 coming up. It's right below that 200. Like Sumo was talking about, if this stock gets back up above its 200 MA, and then you get that 50 to cross through the 200, that's a golden cross to the upside. And now when you're coming back down and you get the 50 through the 200 to the downside, that's the death cross. Ooh, the death cross, Sumo.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
It's usually a buying opportunity, actually. and the golden cross is a selling opportunity. It's kind of funny, but hey, it's kind of been my experience. It's kind of like, how these charts are a little lagging sometimes.
Sell into strength, buy the weakness.
Yeah. But that's more for the trading. For investing, you want to do just the opposite. You want to buy strength, sell weakness. But for trading, I agree. Sell into strength, buy the weakness. For investing, buy the strength, sell the weakness.
UBRG
Yeah.
looking good.
Which one?
UBRG, that Universal Bioenergy, it's 0078 by 0079 now. You mentioned it earlier. Looking good on my scanner here. PPHM kind of sitting at idle around $1.45.
Man, they're beating up Apple today, down 2.22%. I should have grabbed one of those puts yesterday, man. The December $70 570 put, it's up 162% right now. Yesterday, this thing was trading as low as $2.80 out the gate. I looked at it at 3, almost pulled the trigger. Nice little 5-bagger, No biggie. Just setting up for a nice Apple bounce is all I can see. And that bounce might be coming right here. On a daily, you've got Apple kissing it. It's 20-day moving average right now. So this is make or break for Apple. If it cannot find its support here at this 560 level, she's in trouble. Apple could be a broken stock. Hate to say that, but I'd love to see her fill the gap going all the way back to January 25th. 420, baby. All right, Sumo?
420, buddy.
All right. Check out Rad hitting the scanner. Taking a little bit of a beat down here. It's down 1.4%, 97 cents. Rite Aid. I mean, everybody knows Rite Aid. I don't know why these guys are so crappy. You look at a daily chart on these guys. It was $2 back in March. Sell the weakness. I smell BK, baby.
Hey, and it's not. Uh, you smell BK, and it's not flame roasted. It's
It
not.
ain't flame roasted. It's just toasted. Oh, your AMBS is looking good, man.
Speaking of BK, what's Burger King been up to? I know they just went public again earlier this year. I talked about them for a
You
little bit.
made
Oh,
a
it's
great
had a
call on
nice
that.
move then. Look at this thing. It went from the $20 range up to 25 and change. It's
Wow.
pulled back. It lost support off the 50-day moving average here today. It's down.
This thing was down to 23.26 this morning. Took a big beating this morning. What's up?
I don't know, but
Nice gap reversal, huh?
I'm looking for it to pull back to the 200-day and maybe find a bounce off of that 200 DMA.
Interesting.
You know, it could be a nice bouncer off that 200-day moving average at $22.43. Maybe it bounces off that and goes back to 24, 25.
Yeah. You know, I got to be honest, though. I'm not a big fast food lover. But if I was going to eat fast food, it sure the hell wouldn't be Burger King. Slop. Pure slop. I mean, come on. I'll take a chicken McNugget any day.
Oh, I prefer Wendy's. At least they got salads and they got some healthy stuff over there. I always like the baked potatoes.
I like their Frosties at Wendy's. I got some fries there. Me and my wife, a couple days back, we were downtown, and I got one of their little Frosties. Kind of goes back to a childhood thing. Whenever I'd go to the dentist or doctors or anything like that, afterwards, my mom would reward me with a Wendy's Frosty. So it's got a special place in my heart, to say the least. So we were downtown. I was feeling a little blue. Go get me a little Frosty. My wife wanted some fries. We got their little sea salt fries. Too
I'm not a
strong,
big
man.
fan. Too salty, right?
Too salty. It wasn't even
Yeah.
edible, bro.
Yeah, I hate when things are just over salted up like that. Some people are their taste buds are more partial to salt. Me, I'm a pepper guy. I like the spice.
Yeah, I like pepper on my fries too, man. Looks like Caterpillar's rocking and rolling today. Up 1.82%. Whole market's got a nice little run going. This might be off the China data. I'm not sure. As Haas would say, I might be making that up, but that's my guess. Ford up. That's off China. They sold a shitload of vehicles over there. Who would have thunk it?
Well, out there, Buick is like Mercedes. People really respect Tiger Woods, and he's built a big name. Well, maybe his credibility's kind of gone down the past couple of years, but um, it's a very well recognized name. Buick out there in China. If you're driving a Buick, they really look up to you. They think it's like driving a Mercedes here in the States.
How do we miss this one? MITK hit my scanner 25 times. In the last 5 minutes, it went from 250. It's at 332 right now.
Wow, anytime something hits your scanner more than 5 times, I would take notice.
Yeah. I wasn't looking at it.
People think it's easy to run a radio show, do all the technicals, and monitor stocks and watch for big gainers. No, it's not easy, folks. But we managed to do a good job here. AMBS continuing to beast right along. Tight spread 0327 by 0328, up 14%.
Look at this spow. Still going. This thing must be on promotion, huh?
Yeah.
Well, well, well. What do you
What do you
know?
say? What do you say?
I'm gonna have to give a shout out for STT himself's favorite stock hitting the scanner, Neom.
I'm gonna have to give a shout out to our boy Haas, having sweet dreams. Must have had a really good night's sleep last night.
Little
Got caught
little
up in his dreams and
little
just
bitch.
didn't want to do radio. Good stuff.
Yep. Here comes AMBS. Now it's getting ready to kiss the 200 MA.
So that's gonna be a make or break
Yep,
point.
exactly.
What's that 200-day moving average at?
Right where it's at. 3.7. I mean 3.4. So it's hitting it right now. It's trying to push through it. Come on, baby. I like the daily chart if it can get back up through this, but you got that 20 over the top of it curling down, so there's a resistance. The 20 MA is up at 4.1. 4, something like that. RHCO hitting the scanner.
That's a promotion play today.
Okay.
Some paid touts on it
Looks like ass.
with some cheese on it. AMTY hitting my scanner. 11 by 14, pretty widespread, but it's up 18% on 3 trades. It's 115,000 in volume. I like seeing new tickers that I haven't been familiar with before. All of a sudden they pop up on the scanner. Something to take note of. AMTY.
Surge is on the move again.
SRGE.
Yep. 147 just printed. This thing can break out of that, I believe it was around the 1.9 mark. He had 2 tops at 1.9 or whatever the hell that was. Somewhere up in that level. Looks like she's going to make a run for it again if she can get up through it. You see a big breakout on this thing. Wow, look at that. That Apple put that we were looking at 10 bucks is now $14.60, up 262%. Just cranking. Had a low of $6.45 this morning. Who needs penny stocks when you got options?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Apple moves 3%, and you've got a 275% move on your hands here.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Looks like AMBS humped past that 3.4. It's 3.46 by 3.48.
Yeah, man. Here's another A stock, STT's favorite. Bid was a little, I was going to mention it earlier, but the bid was looking nasty. It's tightening up a little bit here. Know nothing about it. ACLP, Excel Path. Low volume, but compared to as of late, the last couple days have been pretty high volume. Might be a little bottoming formation going on. Maybe the beginning of a promo. Who knows? Surgy? Surgy! Still moving.
AMBS looking like it wants to pass 3.5 cents here. Click clacking right along. 2.85 million in volume. 035s are up. We're up 21%. It's not difficult to catch these momentum movers. We've seen AMBS make some wild swings. It's made some big gains. Yesterday we saw it shooting right up again on some big volume. Sure enough, we get the follow through today. Definitely a good idea to put a stop in right at that 200-day moving average. We saw that as a breakout point at 034. If it breaks below that, chances are it could dip lower. So if I was playing the stock right now, just a little thought in my trading skills, I would put a stop in right just shy of that 200-day moving average. I'd maybe put a stop in at 0335.
Yeah, Sergi took off from that little 1.4 we found her at. Almost hitting, it's at 158, just hit 1.6. It's got some momentum. Trying to pull back here, though.
That thing's been a great bouncer.
Yeah, you look at a daily chart, man. Ever since she broke out, she's just been holding on to that 20 MA. She's dipped down a couple times at the 50 MA, but been real solid ever since she had her first run at the beginning of the year. Came down, and you saw that real flattening period. Nice bottoming she had, and then kaboom in August, end of August. And it's been on like Donkey Kong ever since.
Well, Siffy, we're right around the 10 o'clock mark. What do you say we call it a day?
Let's do it, man.
Great show. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back at it tomorrow. See everybody tomorrow. Make sure you tell your friends, your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, your cousins, your aunts, and your uncles. STT Live, STT Radio. The only place to be to find the hot stock runners of the day. Aloha.
Mahalo.